found the phone by accident, buried in the backyard, about 3 feet underground. At first, we thought it was just old junk, but then the screen turned on, and the first thing we saw was a video recorded in our house. My parents bought the house during the summer. Cheap price, too cheap. But the place looked normal enough. Old wooden floors, large backyard, quiet neighborhood. The previous owners moved out suddenly. At least, that's what the realtor told us. Nobody in the neighborhood really talked much about the house, and whenever they did, it always felt like they were avoiding something, especially the backyard. It happened 2 months after we moved in. My younger brother wanted to build a fire pit in the backyard, so we started digging. The dirt felt strange, softer than it should have been, like it had been buried recently. Then my shovel hit something hard. At first I thought it was a rock, but when I pulled it out, it was a phone, an old black smartphone wrapped in a dirty plastic bag. The screen was cracked, mud filled the charging port, and somehow it still turned on. There were no contacts, no apps, no photos, just videos, dozens of them, all unlabeled, no dates, no names. The first video was only 14 seconds long. The camera was shaking badly, like someone was hiding, breathing hard. Then the camera slowly peeked around a doorway, and my stomach dropped, because it was our kitchen, our exact kitchen, the same walls, the same lights, the same table, except the video was recorded before we moved in, and standing in the middle of the kitchen was a little girl crying. The second video was worse. The person holding the phone whispered, "Don't let him see you recording." Then the camera pointed upstairs, toward my room. Every light in the house was off, but someone was moving upstairs, slowly, heavy footsteps, dragging sounds. Then the girl whispered, "He comes out at night." The video ended suddenly, but before it cut, someone else whispered, "I know," right behind the camera. After that, things changed. At night, we started hearing footsteps outside our bedrooms, slow, uneven footsteps, sometimes scratching inside the walls. Sometimes the backyard motion light would turn on by itself every single night at exactly 3:13 a.m. And every time we checked, nobody was there. Then one morning, I noticed fresh dirt outside my window, like someone had been digging again. There was one last video hidden deep in the phone. No thumbnail, just blackness. At first, we thought it was corrupted. Then we heard breathing. A child's voice whispered, "If you find this phone," long pause, "don't look outside." My brother laughed nervously and looked toward the backyard window. Then he froze, completely froze. I turned slowly and my blood went cold, because standing in the backyard, under the motion light, was a man holding a shovel, watching the house. The motion light flickered above him. His face was impossible to see, just darkness. But he slowly raised one hand and pointed directly at us. Then the backyard light went out. The house became completely dark, and from outside we heard digging, fast, violent digging, right beneath the window. The police searched the backyard the next morning. They found disturbed soil, old clothing,
Children's toys, but no bodies and no footprints. The phone disappeared before they arrived. Nobody knows how. Sometimes, late at night, the backyard motion light still turns on, and every time it does, I see someone standing near the place we found the phone, digging, looking for something or someone.